Hello, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench. It's that time of the month again. Yes, it's Mustang time. And I've had a rather large box come from DeAgostini today. So let's have a look what's inside. Well, I've had a look what's inside. Basically, we've got parts 24 through 28 in here. So, and there's some new parts and a repeat of some other parts we did last month. So without further ado, let's get down to the bench and see what we've got. Okay, so we're going to start off looking at pack 24, but the first thing I want to show you, with this little batch of magazines, we've got another freebie, and this is the 143rd scale GT500 from DeAgostini. It's taped closed. I'm not going to open it, but you can see it's absolutely beautiful. Little 43rd scale GT500 to go alongside our massive 1/6 scale, and it's very nicely presented. We've got the GT500 decals on the side. You can see the tyre lettering there. Very, very nice indeed. Beautiful little model. It doesn't appear to have opening doors or anything. It's just a display piece, but it is beautifully made. It really is really nice. Would look nice alongside any other model in the 143rd scale collection. So there we go. Beautiful. I know I say free gifts. It's not really a free gift, is it? It's like a little bonus. Right, so here we are then, pack 24. Build your own Mustang. All the contact details down here. I hear DeAgostini's after sales is very, very good. Interesting, it says 2023 there. So I have noticed online there is I think he's an Italian guy, and he's building pack 57 a few weeks ago. So obviously this is we're a little bit behind in this country, and I know America's got it on the on their books now, and they're a bit behind us. So there you go. So make sure you if you want to get this in the USA, email support usadeagostini.com. So and you've got DeAgostini there. They're in New York. So there we are. So looking in the magazine, as we always do, we have the Bullet and the GT390. Everybody will know the famous Bullet Mustang of Steve McQueen from the film Bullet. And what a car chase it is. I regularly watch it. In fact, I watched it only about a week ago. Absolutely love it. Always see something. I like the way they keep showing that same shot as it comes over the hill. It jumps over the brow next to that green Volkswagen Beetle, and they show another angle and then another angle. We're not supposed to notice that, I don't think. Anyway, so there's the GT390. One now belongs to a collector, and it has been estimated to be worth more than $500,000. I thought they were worth more than that. It's a beautiful, beautiful car. And then, of course, then they carried on through the ages. There's a 2001 Bullet there, and the last Bullet was the 2020. Was it 22, 21? I can't remember now. But yeah, very, very nice. I almost bought a 2008, I think it was, Bullet, but I ended up keeping my my rubber orange one. And there he is, the man himself. What a fantastic guy. Really did some fantastic films. Proper petrol head, that man, along with Paul Newman. Here you can see the parts we've got in the magazine. So we've got the transverse muffler. That's the rear silencer. And then lastly, first to dry. And this is how Belgian Jackie Ickx and British driver Jackie Oliver handled the 1969 race at the Lassard circuit to give the Ford GT its fourth Le Mans victory. Jackie Ickx, whenever anybody mentions his name, I have the Derek Bell in-car 956 video where he goes through a lot of different tracks, so you get the in-car. And I remember him going down the Mustang straight before they put the chicane in it. And he's doing over 200 miles an hour. And he gets to the bottom end, and he's like, vroom, vroom, through the gearbox, coming down the gears, and Jackie Ickx just goes, just sails past him like he's stopped. Unbelievable. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cars, the GT40s. And you can see there's the Porsches lined up. Is that the 908 or something? Oh, they're 917s. Of course they're 917s. What am I talking about? Just that green flash on the front sort of throws you off, doesn't it? But the back end is also extremely different than the 917 of that we're familiar with. So there we go. 2 GT40s there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's the old running start there. So, they're talking there about Jackie Ickx protest. There's some good information in these magazines. It's like the Lancaster I'm doing. There's some pictures in there that I've never seen before, and I'm a proper Lancaster buff. So here we go. So we're starting off as usual. We'll get the light on now because we're not looking at the magazine anymore. So here's our pack 24 FM024. So we'll get this cut open. So make sure the parts are out of the way so we don't damage them with the knife. And we'll just come along here and we'll cut through there like so. So we've got a bag of screws, we have 2 pipes, and we have 2 muffler halves, or silencers if we're in the UK, but nope, this is an American car, so it's a muffler. And these screws are PSO2s. Okay, so that means they're plastic because they've got a P. So we're not doing any thread cutting in this video. So we've got our 3 screws there. Okay, so 3 screws, 2 pipes, 2 muffler halves, so that's all good. So position the left intermediate pipe 24C, marked with an L. So where is the L? That one's got an R, that one's got an L. That's a bit misleading there. You can see it looks like a sort of an oval shape. It's actually looking at that on an angle. So there's your L there. Okay, so that's going to go into 24B, which looks to be, you've got 24A with the 2 little nubbins on it there. You've got 24B, which is just plain. So it looks like this is symmetrical. It looks like there's no top and bottom to it. Although no, there is a wide slot. You can see here, one slot is longer than the other. So that one's longer than that one. So it's going that way up because you can see we've got the longer slot there. Okay, and they're showing you that here. The shorter one is at the bottom. So this is going to clip into there like that, I'm guessing. Is that correct? I think that's right. So that fits snugly in there, very snugly in there, and then that one's going to go into there like so. Here we go. So that's our left and right. I was jumping ahead there, wasn't I? That's our left and right. And then now retrieve the left exhaust pipe 23A assembled in the previous issue and place its free end in the longer rectangular socket on the left side of the lower half of the transverse muffler. Note that it crosses over the left intermediate pipe as shown in the picture. So got left and right, so that's right. So this is left. So that one's going to go into there like so. Is that right? That doesn't look right, does it? Must be right. Okay, so that's going to go into there like that. Pulling that one out now. So that's going to push into there, and then we're going to push the right one into this side, like so. There we go. And now we're going to take the top, and the top is going to go with these lugs facing up, as you can see in the picture here. Those lugs are facing up, and then we can put a screw in there. We can put a screw, whoops, come here, put a screw in there, and then we can take our screwdriver, just screw them in, put the wind loose at first. Whoops. Sometimes magnetic screwdrivers are a pain. So put them in loose at first and then just tighten them down. They don't need to be graunched down, just going to nip them up. There we go. As usual, we get a spare screw. We can take our little paint jar and we can put our spare screw in the paint jar. There we go. So you can see there now we have our rear silencer made up. No doubt the fuel tank's going to sit in here. So there we go. So we have the rear end of our exhaust system built up, and you can see by the size of my hand how big this thing is. It's bloody huge. And a bit of play in those, which is good because we've got the mounting points, so that's all good. So there we are. So where this assembly is located on the model, you wouldn't believe it, but it's at the back end, look, where the exhausts are coming out. So there's your exhaust pipes. You can see they're down in the holes. Okay. So there we are. So that's step 24. Let's see what we've got in step 25. GT25. So let's see what this brings us. Don't forget, guys, you get this little beauty with these magazines. It's lovely. Okay, Mustang, an instant success. The Mustang was hugely popular from the day it was launched. I believe it's still the highest selling sports car ever. And there you can see in 1964, there it is going round on its stand. Absolutely beautiful. And here you can see it on display. And there's a kid's toy, $4.95. a little bit less than this one costs, eh? In 1966, Ford presented a new range of body colours for the Mustang: white, red, black, green and blue, intended to refresh the model's image and help to keep its sales figures on the boil. And it goes on to say by March of that year they sold 1 million Mustangs. Unbelievable. So we've got the parts here, so we're going to be doing our left front brake. Remember we did the right front brake last month. And then here we've got the Ford Zac Speed Group 5 Capri. That's about as much Ford Capri as I am sausage sandwich. It's I mean, maybe it's got a Capri windscreen, who knows. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. I think that was a BDG, was it? BDA? I can't remember now. It's absolutely beautiful. 370 horsepower. Lovely, lovely car. Tamiya make a kit of that if you want to get hold of one. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful car. And there you can see a couple of Capris. Is that a Tickford? Yeah, Tickford Capri, and then the German one, which was more discreet, the Cologne headquarters. That was the Tickford, sorry, that was the one at the Cologne headquarters. So there we go. It's quite ugly, that, isn't it now? It was great at the time. That, remember all this colour matching that used to go on? Do you remember there was a Fiat Uno and a Fiat Panda many years ago, and they had Bianco on them, because Bianco is, of course, it's Italian for white. And I remember going to Portugal and I saw them over there and they had on the side white. Anyway, right, enough waffle, let's get on with this build. So we have our pack 25 parts here. I've already cut the bottom of the bag off. So the first thing we'll do is get the parts out. Come on, screws, come out. It's a safe world, you know you want to. There we go. Right, so we've got our screws, we've got our pipes. So we'll cut these open. So it looks like we've got some metal screws here, so we're going to be doing some thread cutting. So that one can come out of there. They can come out of there. We'll put our light on because we're not looking at the magazine anymore. And then this pipe can come out of here, like so. There we go, so we've got all our parts. So there we go, DSO1, DSO2. Okay, so that's all cool. So we're going to have to do some thread cutting. So I'll get that done rather than have you watch that all over again, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've cut the threads as per in the book. It tells us they're M2.3. So I've cut the threads with the 2.3 tap. If you haven't seen me doing this, I've done a whole video on it in the beginners series. There's a whole playlist of beginners videos. Go back and have a look at that, and you'll see. But I've covered it lots and lots, so I don't want to keep going over the same thing. So first of all, we're going to attach the brake fluid hose to the brake caliper, and make sure the align the hose and caliper as shown in the main picture. The pin on the long arm of the hose plugs into the hole in the caliper's outside face, which is the side opposite the rectangular support bracket. So this pipe is going to go like that into there, and then that side is going to go into there like that. So that's that done. Okay, so you can see how that pipe goes. Quite simple. You could glue it if you want to. I'm not going to. And so it's showing us to turn it over and put the pipe in the back. Then we've got here, we've got the actual main upright, and we've got the actual brake back plate here. So this is going to go on. It has two pins. Okay, so there's pin there, and they're going to go into those two holes, like so. So you can see you have two pins and a hole. That hole's going to line up with that hole there that we've just cut a thread into. So that is going to go in like that. Okay, and then we're going to place the brake disc on, and that's just going to flop about like that. That's absolutely fine. And then we're going to turn this over, And what we're going to do is take the brake caliper, slide the brake caliper over the disc, and then we're going to take one of our, which screw is it? It's a DS01 screw. Okay. So D being die cast, if it's P it's plastic. D is I'm just trying to get that screw lined up properly. So we'll line that up with the hole and we'll put the screw in there. Just screw that in. Now, if you're not tapping your threads, if you're not cutting your threads, the screw will be a bit tougher to go in. I like to cut my threads so they're nice and easy to put in. Okay, so that's going to hold all that together. Alright, and then finally what we're going to take the wheel that we made back in whenever. Okay, we're going to remove the center cap. Okay, that's a bit tight in there. What I've done with the center cap, they tell you to keep it on the side, but rather than keep it on the side, I've wrapped a bit of masking tape around it just to keep it in there so I didn't lose it. Wow, that was a struggle. We finally got that off, so there we go. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take our wheel. Now on here we have you can see there's a lug there, okay, and that's going to go into that slot there. So we're just going to put that over the disc, get it to line up with the lug. There we go, so that's gone on there. And then we're going to take what screw is it? It's a DS12 screw, so this is the one with the big flat washer on it. I'm going to put it on the screwdriver properly and then just place that into the hole and screw it in. Again, if you're not tapping your threads, then you will have to, it'll be a bit tighter to go in. So I'm just going to slacken that screw off slightly. I'm not really too worried about having it nice and free rotation, because I don't want to roll it around on the floor and make brum brum noises. And then we can pop that in there. It's got a magnet on the back, so the magnet will hold that in. Okay, so there we are. So that's our finished assembly, and that is the front left wheel done. So we've now done the front left and the front right. You can see it's got a big L on it there. So we can put that away in our storage box, ready for when we need it next, and we're good to go. Got some marks in that tyre. If that doesn't come out, I might turn the tyre around. We shall see. And then we've got another, as always, they always give us one spare screw in each bag. So you can see here you've got quite a little collection of screws getting built up here. So that's just an old Tamiya paint jar. So that's it. That's it for this video. So I will see you soon for packs 26, 27 and 28. I believe it's 26, 27 and 28. Yes, it is. And we'll go forward from there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon. If you want to if you're interested in building one of these with me, then go to the link below in the bottom of this video, and it'll take you to the DeAgostini website, and it will also let them know that you've come from my videos, so it'll give them an indication of how much traffic they're getting from me. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.